I am Precious Swain Peaks, owner of Anointed for Prosperity Bookkeeping and more. And I just wanted to give a quick reminder that the heavy use tax is due August 31st. And I almost forgot to put this information out until I saw the email reminder for myself and was like, oh, goodness, I better go live real quick and give this information. So, those who have been in trucking for a while already know that this is something that they have to do annually. Those who are new, um, truck owners, truck owners are responsible for filing a Form 2290, which is the Heavy Highway Vehicle Use Tax Return by August 31st. Now, I'm going to give you some information so you know whether you just have to file or whether you're going to have to file and pay. Truckers that have a motor vehicle with a taxable gross weight of 55,000 pounds or more registered in their name, so the person whose name it is in must file the Form 2290 and pay the tax. On vehicles they expect to use for 5,000 miles or less, 7,500 or less if it's a farm vehicle, then they must file, but they do not have to pay. If the vehicle exceeds the mileage use limit during the tax period, the tax becomes due. So if the truck was on the road more than 5,000 miles, then there is going to be a tax due. If the truck was on the road 5,000 or less, there is no tax due, but the form still has to be filed. If this is farm equipment, 7,500 or less, no tax. Over the 7,500, tax. Okay? So we just want to make sure that you understand the how this works. The tax filing deadline is not tied to the registration date. They must file the 2290 by the last day of the month following the month in which the taxpayer first used the vehicle on the public highway, regardless of when the registration is due for renewal. So, for a lot of drivers, you were supposed to have it in before this August deadline, but this August 31st deadline is the deadline. And the IRS is encouraging that you e file. So you don't have to go through the trouble of mailing it in, faxing it in, walking it in. It is set up now where it can be e filed. Vehicles' first use of the public highway during the month of July must file and pay the appropriate tax between July 1 and August 31st. Any additional taxable vehicles placed on the road in any month other than July should be prorated for the months in which it was in use. If you need the table to kind of figure out when and how much, definitely reach out to us over at Anointed for Prosperity Bookkeeping and more. We can be reached at 352-437-6675 or shoot us an email at info@anointedforprosperity.com. There is more information on this definitely on the IRS site. If you go to irs.gov/trucker, you will be able to find various information. Again, August 31st is the deadline, and it is encouraged that you e file. So, if you're watching this and you're not a trucker or in the trucking industry, but you know someone, please share this information so that they meet their filing deadline and stay in compliance. As we know, the Inflation Reduction Act did pass, and they are dumping over $80 billion into compliance. So if you've never been compliant before, this is the time to now put your ducks in a row, get your things in order, and become compliant. For those who are wondering, do we offer this service? Yes, we do. But the purpose of this particular post is to make you aware of the deadline. If you need assistance, like I said, we can be reached and we can either give you the information needed so that you can do it yourself or we can do it for you. I hope everybody has an amazingly blessed day and I'll talk to y'all soon.